Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hit an update of LIL DURK with the OTF Jam situation, I need you to hit the like button now. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad, Trench's News, he's been one of the people who's been covering Chicago the best, in my personal opinion. And the reason why it's the best, because he was out there in the streets when a lot of these things was going on. He definitely embedded in the trenches, and no matter what people try to say that he did or didn't do by taking a stand, you can understand that the streets still lock in with him. So he's getting a lot of first-hand information. And Trench's News let us know that, OTF Jam got into a jam. He basically had a switch on him. He was in the car with his cousin, allegedly, and Jam told his cousin, listen, man, you ain't got no priors. I got priors. You need to take this switch. He said that Jam tried to tell the police that the switch was not his. The switch was his cousin's. But obviously, with the cousin not having any record and the cousin probably having a job and not being in the streets, Trench's News say the cousin wasn't in the street at all. So basically, the cops going to look at that and say, yo, who is more likely to actually have this? Now, Trenches also said that, Jam told him, yo, man, I can get you a pistol. I can get you a pistol. Y'all let me up out of this. And a lot of times for people who not in the hood, they don't understand that the cops is just trying to get guns off the street. So sometimes if you tell them, yo, I can get you a pistol, what they'll do is they'll say, all right, get me a pistol. And then you'll call somebody and you'll tell them, yo, I need a pistol. Can you come sit at XYZ? And then what'll happen, that person will take that pistol, go put it in a garbage can somewhere, put it inside a building on the floor, under a car tire, whatever they gonna do with the pistol. And the police go find it and they say, okay, we gonna let you go. Why? Because they done got 2 pistols off the street. And that's basically more important to them sometimes than arresting somebody who gonna be right back out on the street in a couple of days anyway. It's way safer to get the gun off the street. I know that may sound crazy to y'all, but it's true. So, but they told Jam they would let him get the gun. But what they ended up doing was let the person bring the gun in order for them to get another gun. They went and picked it up, but they already knew that Jam had a federal hold. So Jam ended up going into the county for a couple of weeks, and then he disappeared from the county. So when he disappeared from the county, obviously he went to the feds, but a lot of people think that he went to a fed that was out of reach of Chicago. And Trench's News basically saying he had somewhere out by like Arizona, and he's being held there because he is the star witness. So they basically saying that OTF Jam is supposed to be individual too. Now, the thing about this is that the people who own the case, like Dirk and OTF Didi and OTF Vonnie, all the people whose name is basically being put out in the forefront, whose name is visible in the case, they know exactly who's on the case. So when they looking at individual 1, individual 4, and they looking at these different things that's being said in the breakdown, they know if it's true or not. Now, another thing that Trench's News pointed out is that LIL DURK was confirmed. So they say it was a text in 2022 before any of this stuff happened with Quando, Rondo, and Lil Pab. LIL DURK basically sent a business text out from a particular number to somebody and basically confirmed that it was him. So when the feds basically see this text message and they say, yo, this LIL DURK, I'm trying to holler at you about whatever business it is, and this is supposed to be legal business now. I don't want y'all to confuse this with like, oh, why is he talking about illegal stuff through text message? No, that's not what they saying. They saying it's somebody illegal, some square, it was some music type business, right? So what ends up happening with that, the feds basically go to the person and say, hey, you got a text message from this number in this year, on this day in the year of 2022. Was this text from this person? That person ends up saying, yeah, that was from them. This was about XYZ. And they may just ask them, yo, what was the content inside of that text message? What were you guys talking about? And once that person tell them, yo, this is what we were talking about, obviously the feds already got the content of that text message for themselves. So now they can confirm like, he knew what was in the text message without us telling us, and maybe he even showed us the text message, so we know for a fact that this is him. Now, another thing that Trenches News is saying, he believed that Durk is cooked. He believed that, Durk is caught dead to right. Now, one thing I do remember is when Durk basically came out and said, yo, I lost both of my phones. So when you look at a lot of this stuff that's been going on, and you look at the way that Durk was moving and some of the things that he was saying, you can kind of look back at this situation and say, oh, he knew this was coming. He was cleaning it up. And obviously, if, the feds subpoenaed his iCloud or subpoenaed his phone records or subpoenaed his text messages, he knew something was coming. He probably just didn't know what was coming. So he was trying to get ahead of it and change his image. And maybe he thought it was something different. Maybe he thought it was an old shooting or something that happened with Vaughn. Maybe he thought it was something that he thought was over with or he got off with that came back. And to be honest with you, I personally think that he probably thought it was the case where he was in his mansion, somebody tried to come in and he got into a shootout. And I think that he was changing his image in order to be able to say, yo, Judge, yes, I did shoot it out, or yes, I was around a gun. I wasn't supposed to be around a gun, but it wasn't my gun. It was my wife's gun. I ended up shooting back, or she ended up shooting back in order to try to protect my family. And, even though I take full accountability for my actions, I've been cleaning up my image. I've been doing songs for the kids. I've been giving back to the community. So can you take some leniency on me? And I don't think he ever thought that this was what this was. Why? Because Jam has been in a jam before. Jam has been in jail before. Jam has been under that police pressure before. From what Trenches News is saying, Jam is one of them real dudes. Jam is one of them real members. He really get busy. He really get active. So in Durk's mind, he probably not thinking that any of this stuff is about to blow back on him. He thinking that it's something that's serious, but a little less severe, something that money can probably get him out of, something that he would be able to take himself out of the situation by changing his image, and most importantly, just being able to show to the judge, this is what I've been doing, and maybe get some leniency, maybe get some probation, maybe get a plea deal. But I don't personally think that Durk ever thought that it was coming to this. I think that he knew something was going on, but I think he thought it was something that he would consider minor, especially compared to this. So I'll be doing more updates. If you want more extensive updates, I think you should go to Trenches News channel. Bro is, like I say, he tapped in with the streets, man. And the streets are giving him firsthand information. When a lot of people get hit up in Chicago, when a lot of people get arrested in Chicago, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Trenches News be knowing before the person is even booked into Cook County and it starts showing on the internet, or before the coroner picked the body up off the ground. Trenches News, they'll call Trenches, yo, man, such and such just got hit up. I just got the call. Or, yo, whatchamacallit just got hit up. I was at this party with him. So, yeah, man, salute to Trenches News, man. I appreciate what he's doing for Chicago, because no matter where his life was then, where his life is at now, he's focused on trying to save the kids. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.